Hello and welcome to the session. Lead practice to support the safeguarding and protection of children and young people in residential childcare. LO7 understand approaches that address child sexual exploitation. How can we effectively address child sexual exploitation in residential childcare? This video explores the multifaceted approaches needed to safeguard vulnerable children and young people. Learn about prevention, protection, and the importance of a coordinated response. Child sexual exploitation involves manipulation and control for sexual purposes. It requires a child-centered approach focusing on prevention and protection. Children in care are particularly vulnerable due to trauma and unmet needs. Recognizing them as victims is crucial, even when linked to risky behavior. Early identification and risk assessment are key. Addressing CSE requires collaboration across various services. Sharing information helps identify patterns and disrupt perpetrators. A child-centered approach builds trust and focuses on safety. Professionals must avoid blame and engage effectively. Disruption and prevention strategies target locations and networks. Children who experience CSE need long-term support. Stability in placement and consistent relationships are vital. Access to specialist services helps reduce vulnerability. A proactive approach combines early identification and trauma-informed practice. Effective strategies protect children from further exploitation. Research highlights grooming as a central feature of CSE. It begins with affection and escalates to control and abuse. Children may appear complicit due to emotional exchanges. Exploitation often involves networks, not just one offender. Children in care and those missing are disproportionately exposed. Exploitation is driven by power imbalance, not bad choices. Grooming is incremental, starting with gifts and attention. Emotional exchange makes children seem complicit. Networks, not individuals, often perpetrate exploitation. Children in care are at higher risk due to trauma and instability. Fear, shame, and dependency are built into abuse. Perpetrators use threats and violence to maintain control. Institutional failure often delays protection. Misinterpretation of behavior can lead to victim blaming. Safeguarding must be patient, persistent, and trauma-informed. CSE is increasingly seen as part of human trafficking. It involves recruitment, movement, and control, not just isolated incidents. Recognition of children as trafficking victims is rising. Internal trafficking and cross-area movement are common patterns. Online grooming is a major pipeline into exploitation. Online grooming is on the rise, leading to offline exploitation. Exploitation is increasingly understood as networked. Children in care remain a high-risk group. Underreporting and data gaps distort the picture. Safeguarding practice must adapt to these trends. Children in care are vulnerable due to trauma and instability. Groomers exploit their need for attention and affection. Placement instability increases risk. Low autonomy and power imbalance are exploited. Missing episodes heighten vulnerability to exploitation. Children in care may seek connection online. Groomers exploit social media and messaging apps. Online grooming can quickly lead to offline exploitation. Lack of online safety guidance increases risk. Understanding digital vulnerabilities is crucial for protection. Addressing CSE requires a coordinated local network. Children's social care has a central coordinating role. Police services focus on disruption and protection. Health services provide early identification and support. Education providers play a preventative role. Specialist services provide targeted expertise and support. They build trusting relationships with disengaged children. Local safeguarding partnerships provide strategic oversight. Residential childcare providers play a frontline role. Effective collaboration is key to successful safeguarding. Problem profiling identifies and responds to exploitation. It focuses on patterns, perpetrators, and locations. Multi-agency data supports pattern analysis. Profiling is dynamic and continuously updated. It informs strategic and operational responses. Contributing to local strategies involves prevention and identification. Early identification and reporting are key. Sharing information supports multi-agency action. Participation in problem profiling is important. Training and development improve professional responses. Supporting education and awareness is crucial. Promoting understanding of healthy relationships reduces vulnerability. Online safety and consent education are essential. Preventative work builds resilience in children. It supports a proactive safeguarding approach. Training supports consistent understanding of CSE. Sharing learning from practice improves responses. Professional development builds confidence. It reduces variation in safeguarding practices. Continuous learning is vital for effective protection. Challenging poor practice strengthens local strategies. Ensuring children are treated as victims is crucial. Responses should focus on protection, not punishment. Professional challenge improves outcomes. It promotes a victim-centered safeguarding approach. Multi-agency working is essential for effective safeguarding. It relies on shared information and mutual challenge. Agencies must have a common understanding of CSE. Collaboration ensures children receive protection, not blame. It strengthens the overall safeguarding response. In conclusion, understanding approaches that address child sexual exploitation is essential for safeguarding children and young people in residential childcare settings. Effective approaches include early identification, multi-agency working, awareness training, risk assessment, and strong support systems for victims. By recognizing warning signs and responding appropriately, leaders and staff can help prevent exploitation and protect vulnerable children. Understanding these approaches supports proactive safeguarding practice and promotes the safety, dignity, and well-being of children and young people. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us via email or WhatsApp at 0748 436 1688.